It was an early spring night in Hartford. Neon signs flicked over the cracked sidewalks and the smell of deep-fried dinners lingered from food trucks. The night was heavy with mist, and trouble was never far away. Orange Beard, also known as OB to his friends, moved through the Parkville district, scanning the streets. He's been doing this long enough to know when something feels wrong.
It seems like someone is not having a good night.
OB sprinted toward the source of the cry. He rounded the corner into a narrow alley behind an old brick building, with his heart pounding. There, bathed in the sickly glow of a flickering street lamp, he saw her. A young man slumped lifeless against the dumpster, his throat shredded. Standing over him, licking crimson from her lips, is Adele, a vampire. There was an elegance to her, a confidence in the way she slowly turned to face him, as if she's already decided he's next on the menu.
Ah, mon cher, such bad timing for you, but magnifique timing for me. I am still un peu hungry. Dites-moi, are you as delicious as you look?
Oh, great, a vampire. And here I was hoping for just a garden variety mugging.
OB clenched his fists, his muscles tightening. He tangled with some nasty creatures before, but vampires? This was new to him. He rushed forward, throwing a punch like a battering ram, and hit nothing but missed. Adele reappeared behind him, whispering in his ear.
Ah, le pauvre petit héros. That was too slow.
She casually threw OB into the brick wall.
Oof, alright, you wanna play rough?
He yanked a homemade explosive from his belt, yanking the pin with his teeth before he hurled it right at her chest. She snatched it mid-flight, twirling it in her fingers like a coin. Then, with a smirk, she tossed it back.
Ah, un cadeau pour moi. How kind, but I'd rather return it.
The blast lit up the alley, but when the smoke cleared, Adele was still standing and OB was nearly killed.
Such noisy little toys. I wonder if you taste better seared.
OB gritted his teeth. He knew he was outmatched. She was playing with him. He made a decision, the only one that made sense. He ran for all he was worth.
Run, run, mon chasseur, but you cannot escape me. The chase makes the end so much sweeter.
OB sprinted past Amity, Heath, and James Street, cutting through alleyways. Adele casually followed with unnatural speed, her voice taunting him from the shadows.
Tell me, Heros, what happens when a weak man meets a woman like myself?
Probably the same thing that happens when a small business owner tries to fight Amazon. But I'm far too stubborn to give up now.
OB skidded to a stop by the old Herrera grocery, planted his feet and gripped the underside of a parked car. With a roar of effort, he hurled the entire vehicle straight at Adele, who blurred sideways, avoiding the wreckage as it smashed into a lamppost.
Mon Dieu, that was almost impressive. Almost.
Adele looked directly at Beacon Cafe, a small bar tucked away on Capitol Avenue. A few late-night customers lingered inside, completely unaware of the nightmare just outside.
What is this? An evening cafe? Perhaps I can get a quick bite there.
Whoa, hold up. You don't want to go in there. Way too many artificial flavors. You seem like the type who prefers free-range, organic.
He took a slow step back, gesturing dramatically.
Now me? I'm a locally sourced, grass-fed hipster classic.
Adele paused, tilting her head slightly, amusement flickering across her face.
Ah, a meal with pretensions of grandeur. Fine, I shall enjoy you first.
But a meal like me, you need ambiance and a proper setting. You wouldn't drink a 1787 Chateau Margaux out of a paper cup, would you?
She smirked, showing her fangs in the moonlight.
Perhaps you are right, mon cher. Let's find somewhere more private.
OB took a slow step back, then another, leading her away from the cafe.
I know a perfect spot. Something exclusive. A real hidden gem. You know, one of those places only the real connoisseurs know about.
He ran south with Adele close on his heels. Then he spotted Sol de Boranquin. The front doors of the bakery were locked, but that was no hindrance for OB's super strength. Adele chased him inside into the back where she saw OB tearing open sacks of flour. filling the air with a fine white mist.
Mon Dieu, is this what passes for cunning these days? A cloud of flour? You insult me, mon cher.
She moved closer through the cloud, her claws gleaming in the dim light.
Come now, do not be afraid. This will be over soon. I promise you will not feel a thing.
Oh, I'm counting on that. Fun fact, did you know flour is flammable?
With a smirk, he flicked the pin off his last explosive and tossed it. Adele caught this explosive as well, but did not realize that OB shortened the fuse duration. It exploded just as she caught it. The flour-dense air erupted in a chain reaction, the force of the explosion sending OB flying through the front window. He crashed onto the pavement outside, coughing, his arms scraped but intact. Behind him, the warehouse collapsed in an inferno, burning so hot the very air shimmered. OB pulled himself to his feet, watching the blaze consume everything within.
No way she's walking away from that. The good news is that Hartford is safe again. Now it seems my next enemy will be the insurance companies.